Hi, and welcome to the Watcher Chronicles. I am come before you today in the spirit of power, as we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual powers, principalities, rulers of darkness in high places. So the counterattack has to be spiritual, not in the flesh. We've been fed these magical, mystical, dogmatic ideologies, doctrines, principles, all to misguide us and mislead us straight into the hands of Hashatan, or the adversary. In today's report, I'm chronicling my challenge against those false doctrines and ideologies that I think even the Christ himself, Hamashiach, was combating in his day. Like, why or what were those debates and arguments about that he was having with the Sadducees and Pharisees and priests and doctors and lawyers and leadership? What was he challenging? What were they teaching that he was in full disagreement with? This whole notion and doctrine of the Most High being so large, so far away from his people, so far that he can't be touched, felt, seen, heard, or spoken to without someone else's special powers who can hear from heaven, like priest, or a doctor who could repair your body, or a lawyer who could defend you against this, or leaders who would just lead you into battle. Their attempt was to separate mankind, not mankind, humans, from the God who created them. All right, so I never read the book, The Art of War, right? But I would guarantee a place money on it that the principle of divide and conquer is somewhere written in that book. There's nothing new under the sun. And that book is not an original. Whoever wrote it, it got it from these basic principles that began back in the Garden of Eden. When old Satan did his little divide and conquer trick, he couldn't go directly after first blood, Adam. But he sure saw the woman that was taken out of Adam. And he said, there's my weakest link right there. Let me attack her. Adam was getting instructions from the Most High, who created him with his own breath and from the dust of the earth. And Adam was passing on. Eve was getting her instructions from Adam. And Satan said, okay, this man's so in love with this woman that was taken out of him, I'm going to attack her. She's not getting the direct word from the Most High. She's getting her word from Adam. Let me attack her. And whatever I get her to do, I can get Adam to do, and separate them both from their creator, That was his ultimate goal then. That's his supreme goal now. To get them separated. And Eve, you're still following behind that old boisterous serpent. Yeah, he makes some decent music. He got a nice little melody to his sound, but he's wicked and he's evil. His little lights and bells and flashes, yeah, he look hot, but look what it's getting us. It's not getting us anywhere. The deflection, the misdirection, the lies, disinformation is hurting us as a people. Now there's a tear and there's a rift. Now we have problems. So all my years, majority of the years I can remember of my youth, being raised in a Christian church, being Christian as a Methodist, converting to Baptist, being baptized, repent, baptize, and be saved. Go to church, pay your monthly tithes and dues and offerings, and live your life as best you can in a good, decent manner. When you die, you get to go to heaven, someplace out of space is what the mental image was, and you be with God forevermore. False doctrine. And it's just setting in right now with me. It's just settling in. And I'm finding myself having to combat the years of disinformation being fed into me. That all this time I've been looking for the kingdom of heaven outside of this earthly realm, outside of myself. And come to find out, that's not what it says, not what I've been reading about. And I think all this stuff stems from the two examples that I've given in John 14:2, 1 Thessalonians 14:17, and probably a few other places I didn't go and look to see where else this doctrine could have come from. But I know now it's a deflection, it's a deception, it's a lie. And as we get a little further in the program, we'll see what I'm talking about. And there it is. Why are we looking in outer space for the Most High who breathed his spirit into us? Why are we looking in outer space, looking for space ghosts? Why? When it's clear the kingdom of the Most High is within. If the kingdom of the Most High is within, why are we looking into outer space instead of looking inner space and looking inside of us? As above, so below, or so beneath. The kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of the Most High is within. And if we want to find him, we're going to have to turn our attention to within, looking within. Meditate on these words that I've spoken to you, is a semi-quote or paraphrase. Howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. So the temple is the body, or is the people. Here's my current understanding. The father divorced his wife, And there's nothing you can do to put that marriage back together. It's just not going to happen. The woman broke the covenant. She cheated. She was issued a letter of divorcement. And it's finalized. It's done. Anybody trying to go back and force this man's hand back into that marriage, they're doing a wicked and evil thing. If you notice, I've kind of like stopped using certain names because I don't want to drag that man's name through the mud as was previously done. It's just like my previous divorces. I don't want my wives dragging my name through the mud anymore, using my name, using my credit to purchase things in my name, and I end up with a bad credit score or a bad look, can't get a job, can't get a house, can't do this because my credit's all jacked up, because my exes are going by my name and defaming my name. I imagine this man is doing the similar thing. He's going to be saying, I don't know you. I divorced your mother. Y'all are bastard children. I don't want to have anything to do with y'all. The only other opportunity you have to get back to the Father is through the Son and join in that wedding that's taking place as I speak. Because this man's coming back for a wife, the Son. He's coming back for a wife. He ain't coming back to get married. He's coming back for a wife, which means the marriage is taking place now. Whereas it was a group affair, a national affair back in the day, now it's individualized. You have a choice. You can join in, or you can stay outside of this wedding that's taking place right now, individually. It's individualized. It's up to you what you want to do. As he said, he stands at the door and knock, and any man or anyone that lets him come in, they're going to have that marriage supper together. So he's coming back for a wife, right? I wanted to say that. And if you look at it, so many people are afraid of John 17:21. What is it actually saying? The concept just throws everyone off. Where the Most High Power, through His Son, is actually seeking to join with what He created, to be one, to take something lower, and you can understand the angelic position now, if you look at it properly. They kind of like, well, what's wrong with us? Why are you treating these people or this creation all special? We special too. Now you're abandoning us and going hanging out with the man that you made, then telling us we got to bow down to this man. And you can understand a little bit of where that chief cherubim is coming from. You can kind of somewhat understand. What, talking monkeys? You made them just a little lower than us, but they're lower than us. And now you're telling us to bow down? No, I ain't having it. So there's the conflict. They don't want to, a lot of them did not want to bow down to mankind, or to the man. I got to get that mankind out, because mankind is referring to someone else, a hybrid creature, actually. However, here we are, and this marriage is taking place as I speak. But the concept of God joining to man, and I hate that word God, but that's where we at. That concept of that joining spirit with man, well, I understand it now. I hope you all understand it as well. Let's see if I can go a little deeper into this and explain a little better. The Most High wishes to join and be one with the man He created. I go back to a movie I saw back in the early 80s, Star Trek, the motion picture, where Voyager had been launched and had gone out and amassed all this knowledge It had been traveling throughout the universe and stopping at this planet and observing that planet and running into all these intelligent beings and intelligent machines. And Voyager had amassed so much knowledge, but it was still following this basic program. And it was returning to Earth seeking the Creator. It wanted to join with the Creator. And that concept, I see it now, where these guys got this straight out of this book, the Bible. And you see these concepts in the movies. They kind of give you a better understanding of what's going on if you pay attention, if you know how to pay attention, if you know what to look for. Some of the keys that they're using that come straight out of the Bible. And that's the very same concept that the Most High has. He's looking to join with what he has created and experience what he's created through this man that he has created, to be one with that man. And that was the same concept in the movie, where the Voyager wanted to join with the Creator, the thing or the person or whatever it is that created it. And they're looking to destroy the entire Earth if they couldn't produce the right message. And he wanted the Creator to come in person and input that message. That would cause it to download and they would become one. Humankind, man with God. That's right. Almost said mankind again. Got to get away from that concept real quick, because we've always been God men and women, and that concept exists to this day. Now there's two fathers out there, two prevailing spirits, the Creator and his arch rival, Satan, the adversary. You're going to choose one or the other. Some people, in fact, it appears some entire cultures have accepted the satanic side of things, while others, because everyone here, there are mankind and then there are men. If I can say it like that, that would put things into a better perspective, right? If I can, I just want to do this final closing statement. My third eye, according to some people, that's what they call third eye, was open June 2010. And it just happened. I was playing Mafia Wars on Facebook and messed around and started teaching and talking about the Most High be looking like these weird old people who claiming to be somebody or not. And a voice from within, not an audible voice, but I understood. Somebody was screaming and yelling at me. You call me one of them again and I'm going to kill you. And that was my wake-up call. I guarantee you I never referred to anyone else, him as anyone else. He told him, go get up and look in the doggone mirror and you'll see whose image you was created in. And that was a wrap for me from that time on. Now all this was taking place inside. Let me also say in closing, I do not believe in outer space. I believe there's a firmament, there's water below the firmament, and there's waters above the firmament. And then there's a space above that area where the Father is kind of like his little hangout area. He's not confined to anything or any space. He be whatever in multi-spaces, multiverses or whatever. He's able to do that, right? So I don't even believe in outer space and space travel and men landing on the moon and all this other mess that's been recently created. This is not ancient Earth's history or belief systems. All this stuff is new. So I don't even believe in all that outer space. So everything, when it talks about look to the heavens are within. It's talking about that part of you that is interior. The heavens is located in that third eye area. It's part of your, well, we say brain or whatever is located. That is the heaven. The feet, actually, from your private zone down, that's the lower nature. So they're talking about all this sitting in lotus position and raise your kundalini and open up all these, what, 7 different chakras and all this stuff. Well, I didn't have to go through all those changes. My changes came automatically. And that's all I had to say for the closing. Thank you for watching the show. Like, share, subscribe, do whatever. It doesn't matter. And I'm just putting information out to people who understand information, understand how to research, and understand how to accept what's written, what's hardcore written. I accept the Bible for what it is, the word. I have no problem with the laws, statutes, and commandments. I have no problem with the basic structure of God creating man, taking man, a part out of man, and creating a woman for the man, and the woman has the power to reproduce and recreate a man. I have no problem with that order. It's people who have a problem with that order, worshiping women as God. That's what I have a problem with. Someone trying to take my attention now away. My awakening was purely from within. Nothing came from above. The above was in my head, and I heard a voice, and not audible, but you knew. I understood every word, and I understood it was angry words. So that's my closing statement. I thank you once again for coming and checking out the program. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your life.